What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Justin here. As always, guys, thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me today. Let's talk about a movie. So today, guys, we're going to be talking about 2022's You Won't Be Alone. And I got to be honest with you, I just got out of the movie and came home and turned on the camera. I am honestly still processing everything that I just took in. This movie is quite a ride. It is really out there, and we got a lot to talk about, guys. We're gonna get through this together. Before we get started, guys, my name is Justin. On this channel, we do movie reviews, trailer reactions, movie news, all kinds of that good stuff. If you're into it, think about subscribing. Definitely comment below if you've seen You Won't Be Alone. Let me know what you thought of it, because I know people are going to have opinions about this one. Also, I'm always digging for weird movies below the mainstream, so if you guys have seen anything that you were really impressed with, drop those titles down below in the comments. Maybe I'll review it in the future. Also, I wanted to mention something really cool that I'm doing with some other horror content creators. Kylie Roseanne over at the channel Haunted Hippie has set up the Oscars, which is a horror movie awards ceremony. The real Oscars often doesn't give any love to horror movies, so we wanted to change that. So myself, like I said, and a bunch of other content creators started our own awards ceremony. Actually, Haunted Hippie did. I was actually just part of a live stream today where we revealed all of the movies and the nominees and the categories and all of that good stuff. And what's fun about this is that you, the audience, get to be a part of the process and vote on the movie. So it's really cool. Kylie set up a really cool award ceremony to pay tribute to all of these amazing horror movies that don't get recognized by mainstream award shows. So I've linked that live stream down below. You can check out all the nominees, check out all the different creators and sub to their channels, all that good stuff. So definitely check that out. Haunted Hippie is putting a lot of work in putting this together, and it's going to be a lot of fun. The ceremony will debut later this month, so definitely check that out. So guys, all right, let's go ahead and talk about You Won't Be Alone. So You Won't Be Alone is the feature directorial debut from director Goran Stalevsky. That's probably pronounced incorrectly. It stars Noomi Rapace, the always amazing Noomi Rapace, and this movie is quite a ride. Let's dive into what this movie's about. Set in an isolated mountain village in 19th century Macedonia, You Won't Be Alone follows a young girl who is kidnapped and then transformed into a witch by an ancient spirit. Curious about life as a human, the young witch accidentally kills a peasant in the nearby village and then takes her victim's shape to live in her skin. Her curiosity ignited, she continues to wield this horrific power in order to understand what it means to truly be human. Now, that description I found on IMDb, and it does a good job of describing the themes and the essence of the movie, but it definitely does not get into the truly shocking, bizarre, and graphic scenes that dive into the actual process and rituals involved in what she does to change bodies. To set this movie up, we have a mother in this little village who is visited by this ancient witch. To be honest with you, she looks a lot like Deadpool. That I could not get the image of Deadpool out of my head when I was watching this movie. She begs this witch to please not take her baby. Wait till her child turns 16 years old and then you can have her. Which is weird, but that's how the movie is set up. This young mother is essentially trying to dupe this witch. So what she does is she takes her baby and basically raises her baby as almost like an animal in a cave. Thinks her baby will be protected from this witch that tried to take her once before. She lives in the dirt and leaves inside this dark cave for the first 16 years of her life, until eventually this old witch comes back to claim her daughter. This is a coming-of-age story of a witch. That's really what it is. Thrust into the world not knowing anything about life. She barely knows how to speak. She's never interacted with other humans before. She doesn't know what it means to actually live in the real world. Her life experience as she goes through the world are through the bodies of all these different people that she sort of takes a hold of. And the people that she inhabits are all different walks of life, all different genders, ages. It kind of reminded me of A Dog's Life. The same spirit, the same person moving throughout all these different bodies throughout a lifetime. So amongst all these truly disturbing scenes of this witch grabbing a hold of somebody's body or their shell, in between those scenes are these really beautiful meditative vignettes. This movie is extremely artsy. This takes A24 and goes like 5 levels above an A24 film with how out there and weird it is. This is a foreign language film. The entire film is in Macedonian and it's subtitled, so not only are you watching a subtitled film, the narration, which is subtitled, is also in broken language, in the language of this young girl who never fully learned how to speak because she grew up in a damn cave. This movie is absolutely going to be for a very, very specific, and I would assume smaller audience, being that it is incredibly artsy. The narrative is kind of fluid, and there's no central plot really, other than just like watching this person go throughout their life. The director of this movie has very clearly been influenced by directors like Robert Eggers and Terrence Malick and other very artsy-fartsy type directors. I imagine the audience that will be drawn to a film like this would be I think more a female audience, especially because it's told from a woman's perspective in what was absolutely an extremely difficult time for a woman to live in this, you know, super hundreds of years ago time. Where a woman was in the hut cooking and cleaning and churning butter and baking bread while the husband was out there plowing fields with scythes and shit. I did enjoy this film for the experience. I don't know if it's anything that I will revisit very soon, but it is absolutely worth seeing, and I think people who are into this type of film will absolutely love it. Fans of The Green Knight, The Witch, films like that, I think you kind of get where I'm going with that type of film. The Lighthouse, the Robert Eggers type stuff. I think those type of fans will really respond to this movie well. It's extremely well made, beautifully shot. The acting is actually really incredible. I didn't find one performance in the entire movie to be unbelievable. It's really good. Just this type of filmmaking can be very challenging for general audiences, so this film isn't for general audiences whatsoever. This is for the art crowd. This is for the indie crowd. Like I said, this takes A24 and even takes it another level of A24. It's really out there, but and it's very disturbing. There's some very disturbing, fucked up moments in this movie that not everybody's gonna be like. This is a very challenging movie in many, many ways. So for that, I respect it. So that's You Won't Be Alone, feature directorial debut from writer-director Goran Stolevsky. Noomi Rapace is good. That's kind of what drew me to this movie in the first place. She's not in it that much. So if you're looking for a movie that centrally focuses on Noomi Rapace, it's not that. She's in it for a little bit of time in a really good role, a good important part of the movie, but she's not in it for very long. So let me know what you thought of You Won't Be Alone if you have seen it. This one's weird. This is a weird one. So guys, I think we're done here. Stay weird. Remember to always be yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
And last but not least, we do have our final guest of the day, and that'll be Justin from Movie Watch Daily. Justin?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Let me take this off.
Okay, sure.
What's going on?
You look great.
Alright, so enough of that nonsense. What's going on, everybody?